Test, test, test.
The Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans. It is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn. On a day like today, these two are due to rock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, North Pembroke Stadium in Tallahassee. As we see the number 17 in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gators will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense working from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6.
This nigga got hurt already? Been playing the game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Look at this coming back.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Still looking, on the move. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run, moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect and keep the drive going.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there. This offense is feeling it. 6-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance.
Headed to the end zone, and they race it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wasting no time taking a shot.
Ooh.
And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proven themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here. They're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hoping he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, no, I'm just going to draw them outside. A lot of times, by the way, it's the defense that kind of relax for a second. But you can tell they had a plan, ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. As you might know, Florida State was once a women's college. Didn't start playing football until later. In fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Lincoln, Tim Tebow, Danny Wuerffel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
Moves away as he feels pressure.
Took that.
Oh, he is lucky to get that one back in the last
Oh,
one.
my
Is to
God.
turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. They'll march in on 3rd down if they don't. They'll go with the direct snap. He gets it all
touch short.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4 inches, and they'll go for it.
Where's the ball spot?
Together on the ground. Will not get there. A first down stop.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint. We'll try to put some points on it.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
The blitz.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Flagway. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Not difficult, not complicated. Early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that time with the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Come here. Strip it.
Can't get him to the ground. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
On the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the move, it's Brown. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. What a cut. Now he's loose. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. They've got the screen set up.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the note. Wants to keep it in the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Finds his big tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So the O-lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. Offense set on first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Snap it to the back. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Calls his own number. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gator!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem.
Guys, one of the more iconic games in college football is being contested right now. Ohio State and Michigan, the game, and we've got the update. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. We'll see a lot of big games this season, but few will have as much of an impact on the big picture as 1 versus 2, and how this one played out, guys.
How about that? It sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led... Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 40. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the ball, and he'll take it
They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go downfield. You saw it right there. They recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the air, it's Gladway. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. There's the pressure.
QB's doing a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab behind the line, it's Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Looking to scramble. He's got an open man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Gators want to crank the tempo. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some ballers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved, out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him, throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Here's a hit. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from the senior.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Makes the grab. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Third down. I think this offense will want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. But this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobble him up behind the line of scrimmage.
The Gators will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Damn.
And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
The offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football. Just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Handoff from the gun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Bruce, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job on it.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Makes the grab, it's Young. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Power football with the line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle is Singleton. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
The Knowles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. A quick completion to the left, hoping for the first down. And they add 6 more on the board, but that triple up. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. To the air. It's Lagway. Moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Leaves it with the back. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
Leaving the punt team on the sideline. They'll go for it 4th and short from the 45. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Shoots it to the left. Found a seam. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack?
I may get it off.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. They'll bring it back from inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Right in your car.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To throw, it's Lagway. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing it. You can't really get hands on it. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Ball near the sticks. It's Jackson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Gators are in the hurry-up.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. This is a design read. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with third and 9.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback.
Yeah, because you didn't put it back where in your pocketbook. I mean, you're right. After you went and got this one.
Bringing the noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. He makes the catch for the 2, and now they're down by just a field goal. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Pulls and fires complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did.
Turning it on. 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard. And it doesn't look much different there in the second half. They take their first first drive of the third quarter march down the field and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Stanford is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 25 to Notre Dame. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. On the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Listen to this crowd just shaking the corners of this place trying to help their defense. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. If they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Steps away to find some room. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, on fourth down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your two-possession.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll ride Davis here. There he goes. Picks up the first down. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. You got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games. You know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Give me all the run holes. Literally had nobody on that side of the
And no
field.
chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25.
Nobody open. You guys.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen him?
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
He makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work.
Nobody over there. Who you think's about to happen? There's nobody over there. Bad at me because I'm running the ball. There's nobody over there. There's fucking 3 guys over there. Running fucking stretch. There's nobody over there. Gotta slide your line. You gotta do something. There you go. About to uninstall.
Momentum here in the second half, and they're now running away with this thing.
Oh, that game's going. There's nobody over there.
The Knowles now looking good.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
I think for sure. I ain't gonna complain about that. Look at that. Fucking 3 guys leading. There's like fucking 1 guy to fucking block. Crazy. I'm not gonna complain about that. The game is the game. You gotta figure it out.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
The sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And the Gators in the hurry up.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards.
He's taking the shot.
Oh, he
That'll
dropped
be
it.
incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Pulls it in down the sideline.
I didn't get hurt.
How about this
Fucking
senior
standing
picking
there.
up some
Making it
yardage
sack.
and making a nice play on that one?
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his...
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is, they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
He spread his line that
Give
time.
to the running back.
And
Helped a little bit. Guy was
they
able to
don't
keep
get a
the
lot of
gap.
credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. It's complete on the right side. Breaks the tackle. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half, as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads it left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Yeah, I thought it was
Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off. Breaks into the open. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Bringing the heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! Sometimes you're hesitant to use your quarterback as a runner. Not when your quarterback runs like this.
You dang right. I'm going to use him. I'm going to use him early and often. The dude can run so well, can make you miss. Do you worry about him getting dinged up?
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand. Pass attack. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Perfect. Yeah, I feel it. You're out leverage. Nobody on the left side.